Welcome back to the Ascendant Lands. Last time we left off, you guys had managed to have some interesting discussions during your long rest, come to a great understanding of everybody and your missions, and managed to head off on the road to further hunt some fiends. Um, You had checked for Arcanoloths in that morning and didn't find anything, but were heading in the same, trying to go in the same direction you were heading before. And as you can see, I've added in the forested region that you are currently heading towards in the distance.
Find us on the map is always a bit of a task.
Oh yes. Um,
Haha.
the purposes of the Horn of Valhalla, it has been 6.5 days
Is that
since.
this blue-edged green patch?
Yes, that is the forest.
Where are we? Are we the square?
That was where you set up camp.
Okay, cool.
For the purpose of the Horn, it's been 6.5 days since you last blew it.
Delete that.
As of the end of your long rest. So timing-wise, you might be lucky.
Yeah.
You might not. We'll see. So yeah. So what would you like to do? You're probably about a good.
The morning now.
It is the morning time. It's probably about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And so you're probably about a good 3-4 hours of steady riding towards the forest. The closer you are getting to the forest, it looks more and more like you're unlikely to get the horse through, or horse and cart through, at least. So, what would you like to do?
How close can we get
The forest, you can get up to the
with the cart?
probably get to like the border of the forest, the very edge.
Do we think the horse will be okay if we just leave it?
Don't know.
Yeah, it'd be fine. It's just a horse.
I can actually send
Oh,
it back.
yeah.
I can teleport it back, but then
No,
it's just going to appear somewhere.
Do not
It's gonna
just
appear in body
teleport
parts.
horse.
It
How?
can be our first live test subject.
no, no, no.
Oh, I like that.
No.
I like that.
Do not teleport the horse, Matt. Like, in terms of like the countryside, etc.
Mhm.
Is it the kind of place you could leave a horse?
Yeah, I mean
And- With a decent likelihood, the horse would be alive and roughly in the same place when you come back.
Yeah, so this is like well manicured. The closer you get to the forest, it's not as well traveled as usual. But this is an intensely farmed area of land. So having wolves and like the bigger predators is unlikely. You're most likely to get like foxes that hunt after like the smaller preys of like the moles, voles, and like the smaller category of things.
What if?
So
we
I mean,
want-
the big things are like to be in the forest themselves, if there is anything.
But just a thought here. What if we left Alva to stand guard, kind of protect the horse until we get back?
Could do.
Predators won't go anywhere near her. I'm sure bandits wouldn't go anywhere near her either, to be honest.
Considering we're
It's the same size as the horse, right? She's a direwolf, so
He's
Yeah.
huge.
Exactly.
considering we are hunting for demons, would Olva's tracking ability not be more useful to us?
I mean, come on, you've got me and Nadia. Nadia hunts things for a living, and I track people. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, Tyrion and Thoradin can fly, and
Ah,
finding
and-
this thing from above is
And we can fly.
probably our best shot. But
But Olva's got an extra sense that we the rest of us don't have.
if we can cross the trail of the Arcanoloth, Olva will be able to lead us back along the trail, most likely.
I mean, we could leave like markings on the tree or something.
sorry,
What,
what
find
for?
a way back? Or...
Purpose?
Are you talking about getting back to the horse?
I think
No,
it's,
no,
No,
just
we're
finding the
talking about
demon
getting
gate.
to the demon in.
'Cause
We're
the-
gonna know where we left the horse.
it's more if it's still
Well,
going to be there and not eaten by something by the
Or if
time
it's
we get
still
back.
gonna be there.
Yeah,
I don't think we
bandits,
need Ulva with us, to be honest. I mean,
greedy farmers.
Talari's got her sixth sense type thing as well, right? That she can find things and like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, not to say, and I look at Oliver at this point, I'm like, you are obviously an incredible hunter, but I think we have it covered for the most part in this situation. We got
Also,
eyes in the sky, we got magic sense.
Yeah.
I feel like, we should be okay.
City can stay here as well. Then they can have like a little animal gathering.
There you go. They can all pick who's leader.
Wow, I think we know who's gonna be leader.
What if
There's
Olga
only
gets
one
hungry?
well-trained animal here.
Well,
Why
if
would
Oliver
Ulva
gets
eat
hung-
Sooty?
I don't know.
Burden, do not say such
Well,
things.
Imagine we just disappear into hell or some shit goes down and
No,
suddenly
City,
Olga.
City will lead
In-
the other two animals back to city. Back to the
In
city. then.
all honesty, I would expect
That's good.
Oliver to probably hunt more expensive game than Sooty.
You
Like
don't know.
something a bit bigger than Sooty. The horse might be something that Oliver might be interested in, but
That's-
I
makes sense
really
for
don't
casualty,
think
I
Sooty
guess.
is going to be something to worry about.
I feel like eating some kind of spare ribs or something. It wouldn't really provide much nourishment.
Can we not
Mm.
talk about City getting eaten? So-
Sooty
Get
is
eaten
only
at
per
least by
starter.
Ulva. Right. We'll leave
It's
the
a-
horse.
The horse is
We'll
more
leave the
likely
horse
to eat
here,
Sooty
we'll
than.
leave Sooty here.
Yeah, true.
The horse is not going to eat Sooty
No, but it's
either.
more
Why would they-
more likely. Doesn't mean it's likely. It's more likely.
No,
Isn't
it's
more
not more likely either. It's less likely because
yeah.
the horse is mainly interested in vegetables.
that we
The
know
horse
of.
is supposed to
Oh,
be
well.
interested in grass.
That we know of.
Right, we can leave
It's a
the
racist
horse
horse. You know. We don't know.
That is true.
here. We can leave Ulva to guard the horse and Sooty to
Well, City will be in charge, obviously, if we leave them all
I
here.
do
so-
whatever it is that Sooty does when we're not around.
I think over protecting the horse is a good idea, just because if we're near the edge of the forest and something does decide to come out, at least there's protection for the horse and our cart. And on top of that, if bandits decide to notice our cart, I just
Look,
rather
if there's
it
any
be taken
bandits still in
stolen.
the area after all these blooming gnolls have turned up, I'm impressed by their courage.
Well,
Oh.
being that we recently dealt with gnolls, you never know how quick gossip moves around and how quick criminals find their activity.
Also, the horse can have a friend then to talk to while we're away.
Oh yes, I'm sure it will be spirited conversation. Be great.
I met a druid once. He told me that animals they know things. They talk to each other. So
Great. Anywho, so votes for leaving Ulva with the horse's protection. I
Oscar raised his hand.
Yes, it's fine. I thought that was what we had already decided we were doing.
well, I'm just saying, just to be clear, because it seems like we went in about 3 different circles before we got to this point. So
We're leaving the horse and the cart here. Ulva can guard the horse and the cart, and Sooty will be doing whatever Sooty does when we're not around.
Guarding Ulva.
Guarding Ulva. There we go.
Very well.
I'll
Yeah,
leave City
Nadia
some toys and stuff as well. I mean, I think they're all in the
will
cart
catnip
anyway. So
mousey.
yeah.
Nadia will unhitch the horse from the cart and make sure there's like water and enough like food and shelter and shit in the nearby vicinity, and then tell Ulva to guard the horse and the cart.
It gives you the look that makes you think she's understood you.
Excellent. We should be back soon.
So you get like a panting, like fond, like a be safe.
Yeah. Do I get licked?
Yeah,
Seems likely.
yeah, you get like a be safe lick from Ulva.
Ulva gets like ruffled behind the ears, you know.
And Sooty just gives Krusk just a nod of
I'm gonna just give City like a little salute, and I'll just be like, "You're in charge here, City. You gotta look after these two guys, okay?"
and Sooty gives you a look as if to say, "Was I not already?"
Of course, City. I didn't mean to offend you.
Wow. This guy's got an ego.
Krusk, can you talk to animals? You seem to have conversation with Sooty.
It depends on the animal, to be honest. Like the horse, I felt like, yeah, we never really got on. But City and I, it's different. We have a connection.
Oh, okay, so it's an interpretive thing. You don't actually have like a speak with animals. or
yeah,
anything like that.
there is a spell that lets you do that.
Our relationship is much deeper than that. I don't need to spell for it.
But imagine, Krusk. Imagine if you could just talk to Sooty whenever you wanted, like verbally.
I think if sorcerers can actually learn speak for animals. I don't think I can. I can't learn it, unfortunately.
Clerics.
Ooh, Talari.
No.
She will have absolutely no interest.
Barely wants to talk to us. I mean, come on.
Some people are like more animal people than they are people people.
Talari, are you
Talari's
more
neither.
animal people than people?
No. Probably even less of an animal person than she is a people person.
Oh man.
Right, I've had an idea.
Yep.
On the actual demon hunting rather than whether Talari can talk to animals.
Cool.
If we, if we go in, we can search, see if we can pick up some tracks. If not, stop far earlier than we usually do and rest so that we can wake up at like 2 in the morning without being absolutely knackered and hunt them when they're most active.
It's a good idea.
Makes
Yeah.
sense, yes. They seem to only come out
And
at night.
have far less of a likelihood of them jumping out on us when we're all asleep.
I very much agree.
Yeah,
Also,
I
means
love
we're
my
less
boys.
likely to do an all-nighter.
We have that hut thing anyway, right? Which we sleep in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want the hut to come down on us to be fucking surrounded.
They can't
Because
see it,
that
right?
would
I thought it
suck.
was invisible, or is it like
They
an
can't
opaque
see
wall?
it, but it doesn't mean they can't
It's like a wall.
necessarily be aware with
I thought it was if in the ethereal plane. Is it?
like
Yeah, but if
no.
you bump into it, you know the wall's there,
Yeah.
even if you
Oh,
can't
it is
enter
fair,
it.
you can
And
feel
also,
it.
I mean, we are
Okay.
talking about Arcanalos. They probably can detect magic in the air.
That's true. That's true. Does it, like Matt? If we do it like near a tree, would it like push the tree out the way then, or how does that work?
If you cast it, it will envelop the tree.
Well,
if
that
the
bit of
tree's in the circle.
So will someone see like half a tree then if they walk past?
No, it like takes on
No.
the image of the tree.
Take like the whole. Okay.
The tree will still be there. It's just mostly opaque, so it's
Okay.
it's not full on like camouflage. You see through it. It's
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
It'll just will a vague color of the surroundings.
I see. Good to know. I always, for some reason, I thought it was in the ethereal plane. I don't know why.
So it extends to the ethereal plane.
Ah, maybe that's why then. Okay.
So if you were in the
Oh
plane
yeah, you
ethereal,
can't
you
like
would see
go
the dwarf.
ethereal, come through, and then pop out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So I think we're in a pocket dimension, right? Like we're not in that necessarily.
No, not when you're
No?
in the tiny hut.
No. Okay. I couldn't recall.
I think you're
No, no,
confusing it
not-
with the
not
like
in
the
tiny
key
hut.
we're gonna get.
Could
Yeah,
be.
the key.
Yeah, or
magic
magic mansion.
Pocket dimension.
I think it's yeah. I think because there are similar spells that do. But it must be the higher ones. That's fine.
The tiny hut basically just erects a wall of force around you.
Yeah. Cool.
You don't move or anything.
But yeah, the makes sense. Hunt at night. That's when they come out. We can pulse the Arcana off. That's assuming they're in this forest.
Well,
Mhm.
it'll give us a closer idea if they are in this forest, and either way, and I like kind of slap Thoradin on the shoulder. He and I can go up and get the bird's eye view.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. I haven't done it too much, but try my
It's
best.
literally not that hard.
You'll
It's
get used to
basically
it.
walking.
I hope. Yeah, but watching Thoradin walking around very gingerly because there's nothing underneath him is quite funny.
Yeah, well, you just need to have some confidence with it, Thoradin. I know there's nothing beneath you, but the little tiny baby wings, they actually will hold your weight, honestly.
I'm such a big, muscular guy. It's gonna be hard, but
Yeah, it's such a big
I'll
muscular
get
guy,
used to it.
it's not gonna be a problem. It's fine.
Right, let's go.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna be any cop at tracking at night, I tell you.
Probably worth.
Okay, so
probably...
I'll
Oh, sorry.
just move this just at the edge of the forest. So that's where you left people. Okay.
I
As
don't
you
know dancing lights anymore either. Sorry.
as you know what to expect, might be worth having a look out for those the sight lines you were saying before. You know, when they
Oh, the bandits had
They're
back in
circles.
the hills.
If they'd adopt a similar process, might be worth keeping an eye out.
Possibly. Hopefully, this is too new for that, but we can look for marks.
By the time by the time you get to the forest and set up the cart, detach the detach the horse, and like organize your Ulva and city and the horse so that they've at least got a competent area around them, and then they can do as they see fit. It's been a good few hours throughout the day, so it's now closer to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But by the time you're actually heading into the forest, you've still got plenty of daylight, probably a good 3 hours before the forest itself starts making it darker than it potentially would be outside the forest. And
Yeah, if we stop at like, I don't know, 6 o'clock or so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we can wake up at like 1 in the morning and still have had like a decent rest.
Yep, so you head into the forest. What would you like to do in the forest? How are you guys going about trying to track these things? What direction do you want to head in? Do you want to head as if you're going to bisect the section of forest you're in? So let's just get so my ruler up. So like you're going to go like this across the forest, or are you trying to go more like circuitous route, trying to look for paths that the gnolls could have run out of, or are you gonna take to
Where
the
was our
skies?
previous Knoll encounter? It was like down here somewhere, wasn't it?
The blue,
Yeah, it's
the
that
cyan
blue.
line.
Okay.
What's
I
that?
think
I reckon
probably
Nadia's
the
like thing will be to like cross the forest like that, because if they're coming that way, they would probably have left some tracks. Because if they're coming like that way,
well, we're going through that way. Thoradin and I will alternate. So he'll take an hour up, then I'll take an hour up, so we can cover more sky ground without losing the same amount of time on our charges. Makes sense that we'll probably follow the same kind of path, but keep an eye out for anything distinctive from the sky while we're doing it. Also
How
means we
high
won't
up do you want to
necessarily
go?
need
The canopy of trees, on average, probably extends a good between 20, 30, 20 feet, roughly.
20, 30 feet. Okay. And the canopies, like, are the canopies of trees like making a complete roof over this area, or
Oh, no,
is it
so
kind of spattered in some places like a
it's
gap?
it's like an overgrown orchard. Like it's what you could tell that's what they attempted to do.
Okay, okay.
So initially a lot of the trees are like some of the trees are well organized in lines, but at random intervals, like they've either given up or other trees have grown in and they haven't been in a long time to tame it. So trees have grown up, and so it's a real smattering of order and chaos throughout the forest.
Okay. I would probably try go. I mean, I'll let Thoradin decide where he wants to go, but I'd probably try to go something like 100 foot up, just so I can get a better angle of view to the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
How does like that's a bit of a stupid question.
No,
Never mind.
no stupid questions. No,
I was
that's
gonna
cool.
say, how does sight work up there? Like, it's probably like the exact same. But how far
Well,
can you normally see?
so you see, have you've been on a plane coming into landing,
Yeah.
so it's like you're like when you circle in the airport, and you can see down, you can like you see people like running and doing football, or like sometimes in their gardens and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of level of detail as you can picture in your mind, maybe a little bit closer detail, but it's in that ballpark of like you can still people do things and see detail people doing things, but or some detail people doing things. Like you can see like the color of their clothes, the color of their hair, probably the direction they're traveling in, and like and stuff.
Okay. So yeah, 100 feet should be enough. Yeah.
So, the first hour of travel for all of you is pretty chill, pretty eerie in the forested area. Every now and again, you spot what should have been what looks like a pear tree or an apple tree. That's been very left to the wilds, and like you get apples that are like the really odd shapes that have just grown really oddly, or a pear that looks a lot bigger than what you've like bought in in the market, and like a lemon. You see like a lemon that's grown like in between the branches, and so it looks really strange compared to the traditional lemon shape that is desired by consumers. But if you if you eat any of it, it's all very tasty, very juicy, still like eatable fruit. But it is very calm, very quiet. And for the first hour, you don't see any major tracks of like movement or civilization. You see like maybe there's like some deer that have been around, maybe the odd person that's like had a camp like months ago, but nothing recent in the first hour of section of the forest. From the skies, I imagine. Well, who's going first? Because the
That would
okay,
be me.
because Turygurtha, you better go a lot further than what Thoradin will be able to go. So
So, no offense.
Little legs. What can you do?
Got to
just
go
raw
first
speed.
Despite the fact that you're using flying boots, somehow Tyr is still way faster.
because I'm using boots on my feet, which are much faster.
You better go a lot further. I would say you better go basically the equivalent of an hour and a half's travel compared to what the people on the ground are doing in terms of in an hour.
Cool.
But yeah, so over the course of the hour, going directly across, you do notice that there are further ahead in like the next area of the forest that you're going towards. There's certainly more activity that has been going on in the past scale of days rather than scale of weeks and months.
Is that as in like trail, like path kind of thing? Like a lot more trudging has happened there, or
Mm.
yeah, okay.
A lot more like broken branches. Like you see, like there's actually like the fair amount of some like almost a canopy. There's more like random angles of lines that are like you can see that people have taken,
More like
or something has taken that has like really worn it down, but in the scale of like weeks, or scale of days rather than weeks and months.
thinned out leaves, that kind of thing.
Mm.
Right, okay, cool. Does it look like it's like a straight line where it's coming from, or is it just kind of this general circular area?
It looks like it's heading. It's heading in a few directions. More look like if you stop and try and give a direction from where you are, it's like someone's trying to take the shortest route out of the forest, heading towards either you look south relative to your position, you're heading towards like Micklicky Farm or towards the outposts in that like general direction, heading towards the south area. Not so much heading direction of travel. Yeah, would be more heading towards the south area, where like you think things would have travelled away from the forest.
I'll pop down and relay that to everyone else.
Seems promising.
Good to
Go
know.
check it out.
It's a good
Oh,
bit of
heading that
detail.
way already.
Exactly.
Probably worth us all checking this little area, see if we can find any confirmation that it is the people that we're asking for and not just some random other beast. Anything can travel through a
fire-
Yeah,
forest.
obviously.
Do you want to fire off a little sensor, or
Well, just because there's signs they were there last night doesn't mean they're here right now.
Also, it doesn't necessarily mean it was an Arcana loft that did it, unfortunately.
That's why, Talari, do you think it's worth doing a little sensing?
We're still a bit early, aren't we?
I think when
It's
we
4
get
o'clock in the
there,
afternoon now.
if
Yeah.
you can use that magic detection thing that you do, that would be helpful.
I can give it a go. Got 2 more uses. Are we going to do the Arcana off again?
Probably best if we get there, see what signs we can see on the ground, and then work out if we need any magic.
Makes sense. Makes sense. As you said
Save it
before,
for another.
use your non-magical means or for magical means.
Especially as we're likely to get into a fight in
Very
the
true.
next, half a day or so. And we're probably going to need your magic.
It's very fair.
Might be helpful.
Okay then. Makes sense to me.
So you take the next half hour to get to roughly the same place that Turygurtha spotted the tracks. Thoradin, are you going to go for the air during this at all, or do you not want to? Do you want to?
I think I should just as a lookout, just in case. I think we've got plenty of time on the wing boots anyway.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. Yeah, I go up and kind of patrol the air, like do a circle like round where we are, so I can see all directions.
So you're more focusing, more staying in, more less scouting, and more overwatch of the group.
Yeah.
If anything was also looking from the skies, you would spot it, rather looking for like the hints of where the fiends could be.
Yeah, it's more like to protect the group, see if anything's coming for us.
Okay.
Hiding in the trees and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm sure I can see something coming.
So during that half hour that everyone else is traveling along, you do notice that there's quite a few birds. They're going around. Every now and again, a bird catches your eye and think, oh shit, no, it's okay, it's a bird. Stand down. It's only a bird. That's pretty much all that you see over the course of that half hour of traveling. It's getting closer to the sun starting to set. So the sun is very slowly starting to go down. You've still got another outside of the forest, another good 3 hours of sunlight, but inside the forest, another 2 hours probably. So yeah, the sun's very, very slowly starting to go down. You're getting some nice views of the farmland going around. You can see in the very far distance people trying to pack up and go home. So lots of people trudging their way home to the different settlements near them. Yeah, it's fairly picturesque as it
Okay.
goes, and
Good
the odd bird or two. But there's nothing that looks dangerous that's caught your eye in that time span.
Okay. I'll take your word for
I trust you.
it.
So you take the half hour. So it's around 4:30 in the afternoon. And you get to where the tracks. Turygurtha found the tracks. So where the tracks kind of go, they're kind of going like the shortest direction out of the forest, kind of like heading towards the road in all those directions. So it's heading more north to south rather than east to west generally. And the direction of tracks is south. So things are running south rather than running north, from what you can tell.
Nicely spotted, Terry. Can we tell what kind of beasts made the tracks?
Selection of heavy-footed things, most likely. You get some semblance that maybe that they were organized.
So something like the warband of gnolls, then, rather than
Yeah.
this isn't the kind of track that would be made by, I don't know, a stray herd of cows.
No, it's definitely it's like a humanoid condition to it's like two, 3 abreast at times. Sometimes single file. depending on the nature of the route that they were taking.
But like
We're certainly
humanoid
organised.
feet have trampled the grass flat. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly a fairly organised party have travelled it and travelled it often. What it looks like.
Do footprints like, how do I put this? Like if it was people, they'd be wearing shoes, but if there's animals, they're most likely going to be sort of barefooted and obviously not toes and
Gnolls
like
wear
people
boots?
toes. Gnolls wear boots? I don't think so. I think they're barefoot. Pretty sure. I'm
They
pretty
can do
sure.
whatever they want. They scavenge a lot of things, to be fair.
Could
So
wear
they could
boots,
scavenge
I
boots
guess.
and things.
True.
They could wear boots, I
I
guess.
suppose they
So
could.
you're right. They are slightly more animalistic than a traditional like humanoid is.
I suppose it'd be. Do we remember if the gnolls we fought were wearing? Or is it not really a thing we'd recall?
I mean, it's a fair. I mean, to be fair, the way that the track has been worn down, getting a detail of this all wearing boots or not is kind of washed
like,
away by.
Right.
Trampled over and over and over and over
Right.
and over.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like where you go to a park and like, everyone cuts one corner and that mud line just gets permanently walked in,
Yeah.
so that even the grass won't grow in it again, kind of thing.
So it's completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's completely. Yeah. Discern any specific shape.
You know that they've been going south,
Yeah.
running south.
No, that fits it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we want to rest now, or do we want to backtrack this now and rest later?
I'm fine to keep going.
Yeah, but I'm a bit worried about the closer we get to our goal, the more likely we are to be ambushed while we're resting.
That's true, but I don't know. It feels like if this is a particularly through traffic example, I don't imagine they were going to turn up soon, even if we did decide to rest. I don't think we'd have much time. We probably have time to do something short or quick, maybe an hour, but I wouldn't trust trying to get a full rest.
Yeah, but we can go away from the path, rest somewhere in our little camouflaged hut, and then come back later.
Is there a need to rest? I mean, I don't have any need to.
Yeah, but you don't have any need to now, but if we get up at midnight to hunt them again, we're going to be absolutely dropping by the time the morning rolls round. Again.
We're not just going to follow this track because this might lead us right to wherever they emerge from, right?
Depends how long we have to follow this track for.
Exactly.
They may not just be half an hour down the road.
I could scout ahead and find out.
Yeah, when you were looking, like, how long did the track look?
The Master General, how long did the track look?
Hard to tell where the origin was from, but the line you were like scouting from.
It was difficult at the time, but I could probably take a good crack at it now. What I'm saying is, if I go up, scout ahead for a little bit, you wait here for me, I come back. If we get a better idea of distance, then maybe we can figure out if we've got enough time to rest or it's now or never.
And if you were going to do that, you don't want to stray too far. Otherwise, you'll be there by yourself.
Oh, don't worry, I've plenty of ways to get back quickly.
Matt, if we were like
I mean,
running through the night or something, when do we actually get exhausted?
When you would have finished your previous long rest, so say what 8 a.m.
yeah,
the next morning.
You go a full 24 hours without a long rest. That's basically when it hits.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we'll say 8 a.m. the next tomorrow. You'll feel the effects of exhaustion.
So while I trust you can get there out quickly, especially with your boots, if we are dealing with an Arcana loft, they could dispel the magic of your boots, making you plummet to the ground.
Don't worry, I can slow that down.
Magically?
I've got the technique.
Okay.
What,
Special
falling
breathing
slowly?
technique.
I mean,
I need that
Look.
technique.
Have we all got dark vision apart from Nadia?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Pretty
got it.
sure, yeah.
Talari has dark vision.
I think
Okay.
No,
I do.
Talari does.
I do because of the half elf.
I'm just
You
thinking,
do.
is it
Do you have that
is it a
vision?
problem if
half-elf.
we run into them at night? Like, because
If we run into them at night, I have a glowing axe. They will very soon be able to both see me and I see them.
It's not a problem of
You didn't get those
the
goggles,
time
did
you?
you?
Day. It's a problem of
Forgot.
Okay, well, that's
if we
all right.
get exhausted or not.
Mm.
Because
Exactly.
the tighter we get, the worse we'll be. So I agree
Absolutely.
with that. So see you in about half an hour.
So,
Wow, that was okay.
I guess we wait.
Get
So,
your.
Thoradin, about this family you want to raise.
Oh my goodness.
oh no. I'm good. I'm good. This isn't the right
And
chat.
I'm 100% time out. Let this
Yeah, we
chat
can
come
like
over to me.
fade to black with Krusk.
Yeah. The curtain draws.
We'll get out of this, by the way, Dan.
Oh god. I better start thinking.
So you, as a group, you're willing to stay right at the point where Turygurtha left you, so that she can come back to find you, or do you want to?
Nadia's probably going to take some of that time to try and find like a decent camping spot, like relative, like far enough away from the road that if nobody's looking for us, they won't spot us.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That's fine. Okay, so Turygurtha. So you said half an hour. Is that half an hour there and half hour back, or how long are you gauging for stuff going on?
Can I follow the first question is, can I follow the track from the sky comfortably, or do I ever need to come down to get a better look at it?
You probably can't from 100 foot, but you could probably very easily from 50 foot in the air.
Okay. So I would definitely come down to 50 foot, but I'd keep following it.
It's a matter of what's the maximum time you're willing to like spend following this trail before something could happen or before you give up. That's what we're trying to gauge.
I will go and I will go 45 minutes that way,
Yeah.
and 45 minutes back.
Okay. And if you find anything before then obviously you can.
Yeah, I will come back before then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So you going basically as fast as you can for
60 foot a
45
second.
minutes.
6 foot every 6 seconds, so 10 foot a second.
So you could basically travel double what what everyone else can do normally. So we'll say your 45 minutes is equivalent to everyone else is on the ground hour and a half for the purposes
Yeah,
of.
'cause I was just thinking if I could go any faster, but I'd probably dash, but try to do it stealthily, so I'd be back at my general speed anyway.
Well, it's all what's more because you're trying to concentrate on following the route as well
Around
as.
and everything. Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you 100%, if you were just going, okay, I need to go somewhere as fast as I can, like dashing, you better do what? If that's 3 hours. No, yeah, 3 hours worth of traveling in 45 minutes equivalent.
Mm.
But because you're following concentrating on following the trail and gleaming meaningful like information off it, going your normal fast speed probably is the most even you can go. But certainly it's a lot faster than Thoradin are trying to do the same thing, which is the benefit of you doing it. Yeah, so you go equivalent of an hour and a half north. Equivalent of north.
Following the trail.
Following the trail. It's effectively north relative to where you're going. And the trail goes a fair way. You notice that every now and again there's like too much canopy covering the road, and you have to basically just guess the direction, and you're like, oh, yep, there it is again. and oh, there it is again. So it's a little bit of course correction as you're going north, but overall you're able to follow it quite nicely. Over the course of the hour and a half, you just see that the path, you see more and more paths joining this like route you're taking. So either people going in the opposite direction or like splitting off more. So
Yeah.
either
So
less used paths or other directions people have been going while you're following like you're following the opposite of a river. So you'll
yeah,
find lots of
it looks like the path I'm on is the main path, but
yeah.
these are all like split off points
These
basically.
all these things are joining back onto your line, or you'll find your line actually joins back onto another line,
Okay.
back on heading to a direction. Over the course of the 45 minutes, you get an idea of where this could be heading, but you don't get there
To it.
yet. You certainly get like a good idea of okay, this road. You don't necessarily have to follow the road on the ground to get an idea of where you have to go.
What if I went just another 15 minutes? Which is
So another half hour of real time north.
yeah, just
Of normal humanoid time
yeah.
going north. Again, you get very an idea very close of going in your direction. If you want to head straight up, you can actually see that there is actually a lot larger clearing, probably another at your speed, half hour away.
Tell me that.
There's a lot larger like a lot bigger like circular like canopy. That's a lot larger than just the occasional like breaks and stuff that you've found so far. That's about half hour north, or half hour following the road.
And the trail seems to be going towards that.
Yeah, half an hour at your speed.
Can I go towards it and up, like at the same time? Like
Yeah.
I just want to see kind of like the size of the canopy and see if I can spot anything in it.
You're gonna be so laid back.
Yeah. So how far do you want to go? Do you want
Up.
to go 15 minutes? Obviously, you're going to go up at the same time, but are you
I'll
willing
go
to go
another.
the whole distance,
I'll go another
or
half an hour. Yeah.
you?
On
So
my route. Yeah.
you're willing to go the whole distance, but obviously going higher to see the whole canopy, see as much of the canopy as possible.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to try a thing. You get to see this, and no one else gets to.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, you're using the thing where you can put specific characters on different maps.
Yeah,
Fancy, fancy, fancy.
I'm glad I learned this trick.
It's a good trick, yeah.
Oh God.
So you don't have to go the full half hour. You probably have to go about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
So you've gone 2 hours, no, 45. So you've gone
I've gone
an hour and
hour,
20 minutes of
hour and
your
20 minutes.
time to get this view, or double that for everybody else.
Double that. So it's 2
2
hours
hours and
and
40
40
minutes.
minutes
Yeah.
for everyone else. Okay.
So you get to see that. So
That's
so yeah, that
that's.
looks like a thing.
Can I see any like moving? Obviously, I'm really high up, but can I see any movement like around?
It's been an hour and 20 minutes from the half for. Not yet. No. You just get that sight of that.
Let's see if I have anything that I want to.
How long has she been away at this point?
Been an hour and 20
Hour and
minutes.
20 minutes.
So much for I'll be back in half an hour.
Yeah, but yeah. See, I told you, telepathic link. This would have been great. It really would. Right. Okay. So I'm just gonna sort of memorize it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I'd love to just get down there and start breaking the thing. No, no, no. Okay.
You're gonna need like Talari to
Yeah, I'm gonna.
help because you need her like dispel magic and stuff to
Yeah.
really disrupt the magic of it.
So I'm gonna see it. That map's like true to form, right? So
Yep.
there's those little like cliff things. It is on higher ground and that
Yeah, it's
stuff.
probably about 5 feet up.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it blends quite nicely into the canopy of trees.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'm
There
gonna.
is this which looks like things have come in this direction.
Oh, is that just track marks? Or...
That looks like someone's done made like a line, or it looks like it's like a point where someone's gone in that direction and carried on. It was like it's a
Okay.
very worn specific section where things will
Right.
either
Okay.
come in that direction or go in that direction, not
Okay.
anymore.
Okay. So either enter or exit. Okay. Okay. I am going to start sprinting back via the air.
Okay.
And
Good.
then,
Oh,
how high up am I now? Because I probably would have gone up a bit more.
yeah, put you back.
So I went from
So
50 feet. Back
um,
to similar.
to get back, so you've gone an hour and 20 minutes. It'll probably take you the half that is 40 minutes. So it take you 20
Yes.
minutes to get back. Could you better full dash at full time speed?
So
Back to the party.
yeah, I'm going to spend 5 of those minutes flying back to the ground because I'm running out of minutes on my boots. And then I'm going to speed the rest of it on the ground
Sure.
directly back towards my party.
Sure. So that also the whole total time you would have been away would be an hour and 45-ish minutes, give or take time.
Yeah,
If you're
hour
coming back
and
down, you try to take a good mental picture of what's going on.
yeah,
So
2
it's been
hours.
about,
2 hours.
we'll say an hour and 45. So it's now 6:15 by the time Turygurtha comes back. It is definitely getting dark in the forest where you are now. What would everyone else would have liked to have done while waiting? So you've been looking for a suitable camp area that's close but far enough away to be safe from the main road that what you think the Gnolls have been using. Definitely doable in that time. You can certainly also set up some minor traps for some small food, like a squirrel or 2 or 3, a few birds with your bow and arrow. Successful hunt in that time span as well. So yeah. So anything else anyone would like to have done in that hour and 45-minute time span?
Well, I mean, I was just thinking, like, after about 45 minutes, and then especially after an hour, like, considering Turi was supposed to be back in half an hour, don't, she's been gone for considerable longer than half an hour. Should we not kind of go after her, or? I mean, okay, almost been an hour.
That's true.
I'll do it. I'll go after her.
Whoa.
We have to
If
make
we've
sure
got
she's
Fury,
safe.
I don't think we should send someone else out on their own. Shouldn't
Yeah, and then you vanish, and then where the fuck are we?
Should we all just walk up then?
We
in the
either
direction she
wait
flew off in?
here, or we all go after her.
My concern is we wait here and she is in trouble, then, you know, that's pretty much her as good as dead. I won't be able to revive her. Or if they take her
Can't risk
away,
that.
if it is demons, they take her away without a corpse, I cannot resurrect her.
Should we walk
We
off?
can backtrack this path, but if she's veered off of it for any reason, we have no idea where she is.
No, all we can only do is, but staying here, we definitely wouldn't be able to do anything.
I can pop up now and again.
Yeah.
just
Good
like shoot up for a minute or two,
yeah,
then come
maybe
back
like
down.
maybe like every
Only
10
works
minutes,
if you
just fly
still
up.
I
fly,
can only see
yeah,
60
so-
feet, but yeah, let's
You
try.
can
In the
see, you
dark.
can see further.
In the
I was
dark, yeah.
gonna say, yeah,
It's
like
not
if you.
dark yet.
I was at, oh yeah, because we were leaving before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this thing said it was going to get dark in 2 hours, so won't have
Okay.
gone dark yet.
Alright,
But
I think
yeah,
walk in the direction she flew, and then Thoradin, you
Alright,
can
I
just pop
guess.
up every 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't even need to be like a minute. You can just whiz up and down.
Yeah, I think the minimum is a minute, so yeah,
Okay.
go for a few minutes.
Cool.
yeah, and
So
I
how
think
far, how high up do you want to go relative to the ground?
Thoradin like whoop, whoop, whoop.
Like, do you want to go 100 feet up like you were trying to before? Or do you want to go? Because like depending on how high you go, will give you more sight line relative to like the curvature of the round and stuff.
I think I'm gonna try 100 because I'll be able to see more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first, say for the first half hour of your travel, going up and down every now and again, you're able to follow the track fairly easily from the ground anyway. But after about half hour of your travel, as as you go up to 100 feet, you do see a very, very small speck of Turygurtha still going away from you, high up in the sky.
Oh, okay, yeah. So at this point, she's still chasing.
At this point, she's still further away. But at this point, because like there's not very many things that's like Turygurtha shaped, even from because like you could very faintly see like her like her clothes rippling around as she's running. But it is a very very small, it's a very very small dot, like almost like you can see like a seeing like an airplane from the sky kind of thing. You can see like the very faint detail of the fact it's an aircraft in the sky. It's like very faint detail of it's Turygurtha in the distance. So, but she's still running away from you, not coming towards you yet. She's still running away from you, but this time.
As soon as he sees that speck, knows it's Turi, he's just gonna shout, Turi! He's just gonna shout Turi
No.
like a couple times and then
No
come
way,
down
I'm
and
gonna-
tell everyone. No. It's more like the shock of seeing it, yeah.
Was that a good shout for Odin or a bad shout?
I've seen Turi. We must go
Okay.
quick. She's heading in the south or
North.
yeah, I'll show the north. I'll show the direction.
So she looks
We have to
okay.
go. She's
So,
moving quick.
moving
like running away,
quickly.
or just moving quick.
Oh yeah, she's moving quick in that direction. I don't know if she's
If she's decided to follow
chasing.
this to the end when she said that she'd be back in half an hour, I'm gonna frickin' strangle her.
She's
I
a
mean,
determined woman.
if she's
So we have to make sure she's safe.
if she's moving that quickly, she's either found something or something has found her. Either of which, both of those, we're going to need to be with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's the former.
Yeah, this is why you
Yes.
stick to what you say you're gonna do and report back when you say you're gonna report back.
I know, pretty sloppy for a professional assassin, but there you go.
Hey guys, look, there's no need for that. Let's give Terry a chance to explain herself when she comes back.
What's
Like
the
I say,
range on your
Good
message?
excuse.
On message?
Yeah.
I don't know.
120 feet. It's
Oh,
max.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if she's
I
like,
reckon, like,
if
try
she's
and
like
ping.
ant in the distance,
No.
there's no way.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Once we see her closer, like try and, because she won't know we're coming. Just try and like ping her with a message.
You know sending?
No. I
I
don't.
don't think any of us know any of that. No.
Continue in that direction, I guess.
How do the sending stones work? I can't use Turi's sending stone, can I?
They all talk to Arg. So you could
Oh,
basically
okay.
talk to Arg to try and talk to Tyr.
No.
Don't give Krusk that idea.
That's what you could do.
as funny as that would be, and Krusk would probably do it, I don't think I'll do that.
Guys, we better keep on in this direction. At least we know we're heading in the right, like, towards the right place.
Yeah, I've got nothing that can help. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to keep moving.
You said
Okay.
you didn't have those dancing lights.
No, I forgot how
She's
to do it.
looking in the other direction. Also, our
Wanna get
enemies may or
closer.
may not be somewhere in this forest, so let's not with the dancing lights and the shouting.
Very true.
You know, just in case there's a possibility of us going unnoticed.
Because again, in either one of those scenarios, whether she's found something or something's found her. Knowing that we're also here is not good for either.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can't do dancing lights anymore.
Best we can do is chase after her as quick as we can.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to pop up and down every now and again to ensure that Turygurtha's heading either further away from you, or if she's stopped, or
change
relative
direction
distance.
or anything like that.
Again, it's still fairly easy to follow the road. Yeah, these gnolls haven't necessarily cared very much about what track they're leaving, for whatever reason. But you go further a half hour, so you've been traveling after Turygurtha for an hour, an hour and about an hour and 15 minutes. You notice that Turygurtha had stopped and actually is going up. Well, actually, she was going further up than she was before. Further up. So either she's seen something further in her direction than whatever, and then you see her stop, and then start to turn back towards you.
I'll start waving. She's probably way too far away, but
So you see Turygurtha basically plummet down and then basically just drop into the canopy completely, and then every now and again she'll pop up, and then basically about 5 minutes of Turygurtha time till you actually almost effectively collide and meet back up together again.
I was
Oh
thinking,
shit!
Turi's running that fast. Is she going to slap into whoever's
Slow
at the
down.
front of the party? Just end up in a massive tangle with like Nadia or something.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. I like the idea that she's running so fast, expecting you to be way further. That suddenly you're there, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Like the cartoon skidding to a halt with a massive cloud of dust coming out of your
Yeah.
Trip, slam into a tree.
Yeah.
Oh, good, you followed. That's great. So good. Ah,
Where the fuck have you been?
okay. So I know I said like I can't remember what I said.
Half
Half
an
an
hour
hour.
is
I said a
what you
short.
said. You're an hour.
Really?
You're an
I
entire
did?
hour late.
Jesus, I should really stop giving myself more time. Look, I found it.
Ooh.
Well, that's something at least.
At least it was the former and not the latter.
And
That's
it's
true.
not very
Yeah.
far away. It's about. I could get there in 20 minutes, but you guys probably,
Probably going to
we've
need
got
like an
another,
hour or so.
we've got another hour to go. But we can get there in an hour.
Why don't you sound too
And
thrilled
it didn't
about
look
that?
like anyone was. It didn't look like anyone was there at the time.
Good news. Right.
But I can see there's tracks and marks of people recently moving from it, big things, which is slightly terrifying in itself.
Hmm. What is it? Like, what is it? What does it
Yeah,
look
what
like?
is it? What did you actually find?
I'm picturing
It's
like a big stone gate, but what that actually
no,
means.
it is stone. There's a platform, raised earth. Uh, it sits on raised earth in the middle of this huge canopy, this huge just empty space, and there's some rocks and stuff, but the platform itself is stone, and it had this triangular kind of bluish glyph. Uh, it's magic isn't my forte. It looked like it had an eye in it.
An eye. Did it look at you? Or was it just kind
No, not like a physical fucking eye, like a
of?
drawing of an eye. Fuck Krusk.
Ah, I see.
that's not good.
There.
I
And
think I
it's
think
stone.
part of the other drawing I saw a star. I saw a triangle and then other points, so I imagine it's some kind of star.
Was it?
Pentagram,
Oh.
maybe.
So it was like a physical thing. It wasn't like a magical eye or anything, was it?
No, it
Looks like we found the gate.
was a drawing, but
Can we destroy it?
That's not really a question for me, and I look at Talari.
I would have to see it for myself to know that.
Hmm.
It's either you, look at Krusk, or you, but it's magical.
I mean,
could
I have this.
try
I
and-
have.
can't imagine any disturbance of the ground is going to change anything about it. Whether me and Thoradin and Nadia pick up a few stones, smash it to pieces, it's not going to change anything.
I mean, I have dispel magic, so yeah, I have
Good.
the
Yeah.
means.
I think Talari's your best bet. The best I can do is just try and blow it to pieces.
That
Well, I
could be.
can't-
That could be Plan
Physical
B.
damage won't.
Yeah.
I think I worry about the fact that there was trail marks, strong trail marks, which means it was heavily used, possibly recently.
Mm.
So we're going to definitely
This
need to be
trail
on our
we're
guard.
following, Matt. This trail we're following. How established does it look? Does it look like it's been created in the last like 2 weeks of heavy activity, or is it way older than that?
That's a good question. I think it's probably close to maybe a month of heavy activity.
Okay. So it's starting to wear bald and it's well established, but it's not actually like the flat bare ground you get
Yeah.
when the path is used over and over again. Okay.
It's certainly on that. Certainly on that. In
It's
that direction.
getting there, yeah, but it isn't quite.
Well,
Well, this is maybe a month old. So
What time of day is it now?
So it's 4:30. So it's 5:30, 5:45.
when does the sun set?
So we should get there before 7, basically.
So you got another hour before the sun sets completely, but you've already got another 15 minutes until the forest itself is dark.
Mm.
So it's up to you guys. Obviously, I don't have a problem fighting in the dark, but it can be a problem.
Won't be dark for long.
No.
I think we should go
My
now.
Whether we
It's
whether we
actually-
reckon we can rush them and
If it's
destroy
dark,
the gate before they can
yeah.
get enough people
Yeah.
through.
That's,
If it's
that's what I
quiet,
was
it's a
thinking.
good sign.
Yeah,
Well,
we
we
can
could stealth in.
Probably should, yeah.
When I
stealth
say
in to
rush them, I
spell it.
mean rush up there now rather than rest it.
Yeah, no.
Can
I
anyone-
agree.
Can anyone here turn invisible? Okay.
No, I thought you could do
What
that.
the hell? That's some powerful shit.
No, I used to be able to.
You know what, Krusk?
You used to
All
do a
I
lot,
hear
Krusk.
from you, yeah, all I hear from you is I used to be able to. I used to be able to. Come on, just tell us what you could do now. God.
He can
I can't go
teleport.
invisible. Sorry?
Yeah, speaking
can
of, have that
teleport?
ready.
No, I can't teleport.
Oh my
I can
goodness.
do teleport circle, but that's different to teleporting.
Okay, no, but seriously though, have that ready, maybe. Okay.
Right,
No, I was thinking we could, if there's a way we could somehow like sneak Talari close. She does her dispel, and then we get out.
Yeah.
But
We make her be a bush. She walks
in.
surround her with
Well,
leaves and shit.
what we do is
Wait, how?
we stop arguing with no information now. We keep going up here until Turi tells us we're like 10 minutes away. We sheer off into the forest, sneak the rest of the way up. If it's full of demons, we'll have to make another plan. If it's not full of demons, we run up and fuck off as much shit as possible before any demons appear.
I agree.
Of interest, Turi, what's your maximum speed? Do you reckon?
I keep expecting to hear a thunderclap.
I mean, I don't want to talk about this, guys. This is really not beyond the mission. I reckon I can probably go.
Didn't take long.
I can probably go about 240 in
Holy
6
shit.
seconds. You know,
No big deal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal.
that's a necessity situation. But yeah, if I really needed to.
Okay, this can be Plan B, but I like the idea of Talari just hopping on Turi and they just do a drive-by, dispel the
Have
shit.
you seen Turi? She's
The
built like a
problem
twig.
is
She's not going to be able to
I'm
carry
not
Talari
very
around.
strong.
Right.
Unless,
Less talking, Krusk. more jogging.
unless, hold on a second here. Unless I drink the enlarge spell that I have,
Oh
Jesus.
no.
and then I would be big enough to hold Talari And I'd still be fast enough to get there very quickly.
Right, and then the two of you are in the middle of some demon summoning circle with no backup when you try to break it and somebody turns up to object.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
they're
no,
in the
no, no.
middle at 240 feet per
Hear
second.
me out here.
Sorry, per
Thi-
6 seconds, is it?
This, in my mind, is a backup plan. If we get there in 10 minutes, there's a load of demons, and we think there is a chance we can speed in, do it, get out.
Thanks, genius. Is it, sorry, Arthur, 240 feet per 6 seconds, you said?
If
In a
I have to
round.
go fast.
If
But
you max
I
out,
don't know if
basically.
that may
Okay.
change if I'm carrying someone, but I don't know if enlarged means that I can get away with that. The spell just said something about being really... No, the potion just said something about being really big. And super strong.
Well, if we get there and it turns out to be full of demons, we'll discuss it then. For now, shall we shut up and start running?
Yeah, let's move.
You know, it's not quite as fast as I thought, if you're interested, in meters per second. I was just working it out. 12 meters per second, roughly. But
Pretty quick.
Yeah, no, it's
I
pretty quick.
can,
It's,
well, I might have slowed down by now, but I used to be able to run about 8 point something meters per second. So I'm good with...
Yeah, but that's Usain Bolt speed
yeah.
all the whole
Oh,
time.
that is true. Yeah, that's true. You can maintain it like forever.
That's
Yeah.
maintaining. Yeah, that's maintaining like Olympic sprinter levels.
And I'm
for
not
like
even
an
at peak
hour.
performance yet. So
So not my final level.
If you were to travel at normal speed, it would take you the 80 minutes to get there. You can obviously travel at like the fast speed, so you take half as much time. So you can get there in 40 minutes. The risk of that is you've only got 15 minutes of light left, and Nadia doesn't have dark
In
vision.
the dark.
Yeah. I mean, I think sprinting at least for that 15 minutes.
Run while we can see,
Yeah.
and then
I mean, it's not going to be a
Either-
light switch, is it? So you've got
yeah.
some, but yeah.
It certainly gets more difficult
Yeah.
or more likely to make
You have
be an
if we
accident.
keep running after dark, you have the likelihood of Nadia like stepping on an uneven patch and fucking turning her ankle or something equally stupid.
I could. I know we're trying to be stealthy, but I could use some low dancing light to try illuminate enough so you can actually see where the fuck you're going.
Like one dancing light directly under Nadia's feet.
Yeah,
You can see
pretty
where she's
much.
straight
Just
to
put
it,
them
yeah.
on
a
her
little-
shoes.
like a little
That might
twitch.
actually, shit, that might actually work.
To be honest, we're not super stealthy anyway. Especially, I'm running in full
Oh
plate.
god, if
That is
Krusk's
very
running
true.
in full
Exactly.
plate and then throwing light on the ground,
Yeah.
isn't gonna be.
Just
Yeah.
imagine like two cymbals clapping every step.
Yeah. At that point, you might as well
Also,
just go full sun axe. Like, there's no, you might as well just turn the axe on at that point.
No, the
In-
axe will be visible for a lot longer than.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
as
the
audible as
dancing-
his armor is going to be.
yeah,
the-
I think
Muffled
everybody
by the
knows how we
trees,
are anyway.
absolutely yes.
My dancing lights, for one, is free, and for two, I can send them
Just put
out
them
as a
around Nadia's
distraction,
feet.
as like if needs be later on.
You can't attach them to something, can you?
Well, I choose where they are, so they just kind of
You can just float them along.
float them along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I would say
Well,
literally put them on
like
your.
we're stopping like 15 minutes out anyway, so
Yeah.
it won't be.
So,
that
so the minute the
unstealthy.
lights basically go out, I'll just go, and these like little
You can keep running.
purplish lanterns kind of just come out.
So you can keep going at speed. Yeah, I'll allow that because you won't because Turygurtha won't be going at the same dash speed. You'll be able to actually concentrate on the
Dancing
the
lights.
detail of the dancing lights. So yeah, that works with because your normal speed is basically their dash speed.
And
yeah.
and apparently I can move them on my bonus action up to 60 feet to a new point in range. So I could
Yeah,
just
well, they
keep-
only last for a minute anyway, so you'd have to keep
yeah,
casting
so I'll
it
keep
anyway.
bringing them up.
But yeah, that's
Can you just infinite loop them?
Does he? Why
yeah,
not?
here's a cantrip.
Neat.
Basically, I mean, technically, I should have a bit of phosphorus or witchwood or a glowworm.
So it's absolutely fine.
Glowworm. I love it. Just a little glowworm. You keep it in a
Just one-
box. and
Just
feed
one on my
it
pinky
honey.
finger, and I just go. I'm just temporarily.
For they're doing it, it wouldn't get used up anyway. So,
You can just keep
I
a
love
pet
it.
glowworm.
This
Like,
is,
yeah, exactly.
spells.
Speculative.
This is Gary the glowworm.
How long have you had Gary for?
Oh, quite a while. Even for the dancing lights. I don't know how magic works, but Gary seems to make it possible, don't you, Gary?
uh, sure. So yeah. So by doing that, we'll aid Nadia to be able to basically go at the same speed as everybody else for this duration, but because you're able to focus on it. But certainly, that's because you two working together makes it work.
Daddy's gonna be like, when we get back to the town, remind me to buy those fucking dark vision goggles before we leave again.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're able to do that journey in 40 minutes. So the first 15 minutes you're able to do aided by normal lights. But how close do you want to get before you decide to go away and
About
be stealthy?
At least
10 minutes away.
Yeah.
10 minutes at speed, or 10 or
10-minute normal, I would imagine.
10 minutes away at like
at your normal
normal
speed?
Normal pace. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to clatter over for the next 10 minutes. So.
Yeah.
So
We don't want Krusk's heavy armor to warn them we're coming.
Oh god, he's literally like bells.
Yeah.
I might as well just attach some bells to my armor at this point.
I mean, you are the bell.
Yeah.
Also, I have
Um,
a big ass tower shield. I don't know if people actually know, which is like would also be making additional noise as well.
Krusk, you were the bell all along.
Yep. So yep. So you're certainly able to do that. So you feel you're about 5 minutes away at your current speed, just 10 minutes of normal travel time. So you get there, 15 minutes. So that's another 25 minutes. So if I remember what the time was when I said. So
You
it's
said quarter to 6.
About half
yeah,
past
it's
7, I
5:45.
think
So
it is.
it's So it's about 20 past 6. Of
Take
the
your
of time.
You can fudge it, Matt. We don't mind.
Try, it works. It's about 20 past 6. By the time you get to the point where you think, okay, you're not any closer without, otherwise you're real risk of alerting everybody that you're coming.
Do we want to wriggle up and see it, like sneak up and see if it's full of demons yet?
I'm good to go. Is everyone else good to go? Anyone want to take a second to prepare anything? Drink any potions? Do any spells?
Catch my
Because this
breath.
could go south pretty fucking fast.
What's my thing? Because I think my spell is 10 minutes. That's the problem. Where's Beacon of Hope gone?
What's 10
oh,
minutes? Sorry, it lasts 10 minutes. Did you say?
No, yeah, I'm just seeing what the length was. Beacon of Hope is a minute though, so I need to basically do it in combat for that to work.
A second before we go in, type thing.
Basically, yeah. I
Okay.
don't think I've got any.
Depending on what we find, I've got a couple of ideas. If the place is empty, we can just rush in, I guess. But because Talari is needed for the magic, but you still need to actually like break the physical circle. So you need Talari and somebody who can do the physical breaking. Thoradin, perhaps. He'll have the best shot at destroying something made of solid stone.
He's got the biggest single hit
And those lead hands.
and the lit hands.
And the
Yeah.
strongest man in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
godlike strength.
There's other people who are equal to you, right?
Godlike strength.
No.
The only
So-
problem the only problem is trying to cut a big
Anyone
piece
with
of
the
stone
ring?
wouldn't really work. You need some sort of bludgeoning.
Yeah, so his lead
Yeah.
fists.
Hence the lead fists.
Has he got
He'll
enough?
have a bit.
Okay,
He'll have a better chance of doing it than I would.
true.
Yeah,
see
I
if
don't
I've
think
got a
any of us have
spell.
anything that could do any
Because maybe I could
shattering
just nuke it
damage.
with something. We just need basically like force type damage, right?
Enough force to shatter the stone, I reckon.
I
Yeah.
can punch the shit out of it, but I don't think it's going to do much.
My break fists.
No, they're magic. Magic fists.
Yeah, so if Talari and Thoradin go around one side, if there's only a few demons, or if there's no demons at all, me, Tyrion, and Krusk, we can all go. We can all go in from one side, and then if like there's an ambush, we'll get ambushed, and if there's not an ambush, we'll attract loads of attention. At which point, Talari and Thoradin nip out from like the other side and fuck the circle over before any reinforcements can arrive.
That sounds actually like a great idea. I like it.
Hello.
Is thunder damage like force damage?
No.
Okay.
Is that audio?
It's thunder damage.
Because what
Is this
what
This is
apple?
what
An
so if
orange?
you're deaf, if you're deaf, you're immune to thunder damage.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
sound
didn't know
waves.
that.
It's sound waves.
It's
Like
sound
the those sound ninjas.
Sonic boom.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
I mean, could that blow apart stone? I mean, if it was, because it's quite
It
forceful.
can actually do
Blow
quite
your
a bit of
eardrums.
damage, but
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
Can.
just deafen the whole party.
I can cast a quite powerful thunder spell.
It
but
wouldn't. No.
Thoradin punching it will probably just be like 12 times more effective.
Yeah. Lead
No,
hands.
Alright, we'll give Thoradin a go. But
If you had
you're,
something like shatter,
Yeah,
That
that'd
may-
do it.
that may work.
no, I mean, I'll tell you what I was thinking. Is my max level fireball, but transmute it to thunder damage, which would do quite a bit.
Can you transmute it to
transmute to
force?
force.
Sorry?
I was about to say, can you transmute it
No,
to
I
force?
can't do it directly to force. No, it's just elements. So
Okay.
acid, cold,
Oh.
fire, lightning, poison, thunder.
I mean,
I can
If
acid
you do
does.
cold, I could just shatter it with my hands.
Oh, no,
Easy.
like that.
Acid,
An
acid
idea.
on stone could
Oh, I
work.
could actually, I could
Acid.
acid. Actually,
You
acid's a
could
good
acid
shout.
splash it,
Yeah.
and that would eat away at the thing, maybe.
I'm not touching it if you put acid on it.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Yeah.
Probably wise.
Not with those lit hands.
Well, what
No.
do we reckon then? If Krusk and Talari go one way and the rest
I
of them
feel
just
like
go the
all
other?
the spellcasters in one place is a really bad idea.
Yeah, you make a good point, actually.
I'm not that fragile though. If that's what you're worried
I'm not
about.
saying you're fragile, Krusk.
You got a
No
fragile heart,
offense.
mate.
We love you and
I'm a bit offended
everything.
you dare say that,
It's more of strategy dictates take down the magic people. So I don't really want both magic people to be in one place. If
Also-
anything, you being with us as the distraction will be more beneficial.
I was gonna
Very
say,
clever.
yeah, you can do some big flashy magic stuff and draw attention if that's needed.
That's one thing I'm good at.
Being flashy.
I mean,
Yeah.
also, if you wanted to be the
Below
distraction,
your cape.
if you wanted to be the distraction that draws them out, maybe when you're out there and no one comes to you, then throw your acid to bait them out.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
If that's
Big
the
old
trigger.
acid ball.
Is that if
Right.
you being there's not going to annoy them, then damaging the whatever it is will most likely do it.
The whole gate.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. 15 minutes to get in position, and then we'll go. You two don't start until until you see us walk out.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything.
So sorry, I'm
anything that
staying with.
You're
No, I'm
coming
going
with
with
me.
you
You're
guys.
coming with
Yeah,
us.
you're coming
Yeah.
with me, and Thoradin is gonna look after Talari.
Okay. Cool. Let's do it.
Talari's gonna fuck up the circle.
That's my plan.
You want me to lead fist it or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to destroy it, and then she's got to break the magic, basically.
Gotcha.
If anything goes wrong, I'll just acid the whole thing, and we'll head
Yeah,
out.
as a backup.
Everything goes wrong, you can acid the whole thing.
Oh,
As long as they're out of the
As long
way.
as yeah, as long as the other two. But yeah, you two don't come out until we've walked into the middle of the camp and shouted loads.
So you spend the time to stealth closer to the area. I'm gonna put you here, and this is the map. So I've positioned you around the bottom because that's roughly the area you would have come.
I like the map.
The stones, so these boulders, are basically the entrances that you can use. Like otherwise, so these boulders, they're
This one.
they're scattered around the edge of the map. Basically, they're the entrances of the area.
Oh, I see.
So
I
you
see.
otherwise it's the rest of it's just basically the forest that makes it too difficult to enter in that direction. So that basically your guides in. Can I please have everyone roll stealth, please?
So I'd just like to point out I have disadvantage, just so you know.
No excuses here, Krusk.
Oh,
Don't
Turi, I
worry.
mean, Turi got 5, so.
I mean, don't worry.
Oh.
Don't worry about any of your rolls.
Well, to
Oh,
be
God.
fair, I got a 5 as well, so
Yeah, but
I
mine's
got-
not a nat one.
Oh, was it?
got it.
Okay.
Mine was a nat one.
Oh no.
Just completely hopeless at stealth. I got
In
a 5.
future, all
Oh,
our
well,
plans
this
just
did not pan out whatsoever.
I got 11.
is all.
Shortest dude.
I can picture that all future plans should just be run in there and hit them.
It really should be, shouldn't it?
It never works.
Okay, so do you guys want to split off to see where you wanted to start heading off?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
If
by the
we
way,
go
that
right,
on
in
the
the
map.
other group can go left.
I was
Yes,
going to say,
yeah.
I think
So looking at the map,
we
so what you can
come from-
notice
I was
is
busy
that
then.
so what you can notice is that there is 2 Eriniers and a Canaloth and
Humanoid pig.
Talari will be able to ascertain that this is a Nalfeshni.
Yeah, Nalfeshni. Yeah, Neffelshi or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
A Nalfeshni.
Nalfeshni. Never been
Now
there.
first,
Yeah.
don't like.
That's
the
oh yeah, there's an N in there.
Nalfeshnis.
Oh yeah, I got it.
What the fuck
Um,
is that?
Ooh,
Is-
that's a tough crowd.
Um,
Mm.
can I say, Mr. Kind, loving DM sir, that right before we decide to make noise, I drink my potion of growth to enlarge myself.
Is this for the? This isn't for the drive-by, is it, or is it?
This is partly just in case we need it for the drive-by, but also it lasts 1d4 hours.
Wow.
So I will
Probably
be.
the reason.
that's a
that
nat
you
1.
Fuck your stealth up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Giants. That'll do it.
Suddenly
You
grow.
know, you know
Got
what?
a load of-
What she'll basically do is she'll just start sniffing it and everything, and then she'll trip over something and be like, "Oh no, no, no! Oh shit!"
Love it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what we could have done if Talari was the speedy one, she could have shrunk and then sped in. Like.
Oh no, no, no! It's
could
a
think like
potion
little
of growth.
mouse.
It's only enlarge.
Oh, you can't go both. Oh, okay. fine.
Only enlarge.
I think the spell you can go both ways.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me.
Yeah.
The spell's both ways,
Yeah.
but let me just let me remove that from my
Sure.
inventory now.
So
I
you
am
get
now
large. So you're one
big.
category bigger. So
I am now a
you're
large humanoid.
now large. So I'm gonna make you larger. And I'm gonna put. What's a good symbol? I'm gonna put that symbol. That's a terrible. That's close enough. So you got a symbol on you to say you're bigger, as well as made your thingy bigger as well.
Excellent. So not only is that the case, but the target's weapons also grow to match its new size. While these weapons are enlarged, the target's attacks with them deal an extra 1d4. Can I assume that includes my fists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hands are your weapons.
My hands are my weapons, exactly. So
So yep. So the other thing to note is that this is a good color. Is that this entrance is what is most like is the most used one that the gnolls were using. So they're going like that direction out and down for reference. So yeah, so where do Talari and Thoradin want to be?
I don't know what we even plan.
I don't know. I guess we want to be on the opposite side, right? Like we want to go behind them, so
Yeah.
probably over there.
I was going to say there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or at
or
least
up
at
top.
right angles, yeah.
Yeah.
So about
Yeah,
That's
about there.
close as well.
Cool.
If we lead them away, then we've kind of served our purpose at least. So, silver lining.
The problem is we all fucked our stealth checks.
Apart from,
Yeah,
apart from
yeah,
Thoradin,
yeah,
apart from
everyone.
Thoradin, which you know, in
Well,
a group of chat of
well,
ours.
no,
I got 11.
11.
Oh, 11. That's true. Yeah, that's
You
true.
you
Better than the rest
certainly
of us.
didn't fail it. That you failed it. If you failed it, you failed at the least.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If that counts for anything.
One thing with
Awesome.
Talari will do is when she's seen the Neffels. Oh my god.
Now,
The
effectively-
Nalfeshni.
Call it the pig.
Yeah.
Just call it
Uh,
there.
She'll go.
It's
She'll
not
turn to Thoradin. That one I saw in the book. Well, the Rolodeck. What is? I don't know what. Yeah, the pages.
It's a book.
Oh,
That- well, it's in the demon thing, isn't it? So,
yeah, but it's
Demon
effectively
extractions, the
yeah,
Book of
but
Holes.
it's
it's more pages that you could just put in to
okay.
the back of it.
Um,
Okay.
it could teleport.
Ooh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just be wary if it turns up. If it disappears, it's probably behind you.
We should not have split up. This is going to go badly.
He's got wings as well.
Yes, it can fly.
I think,
Can he
I think
fly?
that,
It
can they actually fly? I thought it was for
Fuck's
show.
sake.
No, it can actually fly faster than it can walk, which, to be fair, is slower than normal. So
Dan,
it's
it's
fly.
like,
He can fly about as fast as we can move. Well, I can move.
Dan,
Cool.
it's like Radahad in Elden Ring. you know?
Oh my god, no.
It's cool.
No.
I can go
Please
faster.
no.
I might find a picture of him.
Mm.
Hang on.
So,
Teleporting hog.
so something to note: by this time of day, the Horn of Valhalla time limit has gone. So it has been 7 days since you've last blew the horn. So the Horn of Valhalla is available to you as of basically like getting up to these guys.
Right.
So
I don't want to blow it.
as
Wait until we're in dire
Y-
straits.
yeah,
before you
yeah.
blow it,
I think
as
we're way past dire straits.
oh, it's going to get more interesting. So as you guys are getting into position,
I'm still
you notice the teleportation circle begins to light up, and through it,
How far is it from me, actually? Hang on.
Here comes Daddy.
Wait, how far? Is this? Is this?
through it
Yeah,
comes,
it
Oh,
is.
come on, man.
through it comes another Arcanoloth,
Can I?
and another Erinier, and what looks to be a pit fiend.
no.
Come on,
no.
man.
We picked a bad night for
Lucifer,
this.
no.
We are fucked. We can't fight all this stuff.
Anyone got a nuke?
Oh my god, it's the CR20.
Yeah,
CR20.
Pit fiends are up there. They really are up there.
I'm so glad City wasn't here to witness our demise.
You have an idea, this might be the greater lesser demon a certain
Oh,
tiefling
no.
was talking about.
Where are your jokes now, Terry?
So,
Don't fucking tell him. Don't worry.
so Thoradin will probably see something that Talari's never done and gone very pale at the sight of this
Oh,
this
jeez.
pit fiend.
Can I please and I need to check this with everyone, but can I please open this distraction with, hey, do you know what you call a greater lesser demon? Just a fucking demon, you asshole.
Oh no.
He does that anime thing where they just like appear behind you and like one shot you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so bad. This is so bad.
I have bitten off a wee bit more than we can
A
chew.
little bit, yeah. Oh boy.
I don't know. Nadia's plan at this point is to make a load of noise and then duck back into the trees.
Turi's running. Turi's gonna shout and probably run like
Okay.
that way.
So, you guys have about 2 minutes of like to gather your thoughts before whatever the cause of the stealth check to fail will realize itself.
Oh, so this would have just happened anyway. Well, that was in response to our
what-
failure.
So what's happening? So say from my perspective, so we're obviously we're trying to stealth. All these dudes
Trying
turn
to
up.
step up.
Turi
So-
trips and grows. Is that what happens? And then we have
I
2 minutes?
basically I'm popping it. I smell
But
it.
that
trip on
hasn't
my way.
happened yet.
Okay,
hasn't
so
happened
after
yet.
2 minutes, she'll trip basically.
Effectively. So you basically so what's been going on here is that the Eriniers have been like opening up the barrels, getting some food out, doing some like minor like inventory work. It looks like focusing on like getting stuff sorted for the barrels. One of the first Arcanoth, the red Arcanoth that was there originally, was just tending to the teleportation circle. So they actually had a broom or just dusting it down a little bit, making sure it was nice and clean. And then one of these and then this now Veshni was basically currently flying 10 feet in the air, and just kind of on scout a little bit, and as well as this blue Erinier here. You do notice, pointing this out to Turygurtha as well, you do notice that there's this like path here where it seems that some things, there's quite a worn section of like grass where things
so this
have either
box.
left or entered something, some shape or
Where
form.
that's where Luke the Tiefling's teleportation circle spat out. I bet you.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Okay, so if we're walking and stuff, so I'll. Okay,
Krusk,
first I'm gonna say.
Krusk. Immolation. I don't give a fuck.
I thought we. I thought it was
I
against
think
the
we're
rules.
going to need it.
Tui, can we fight that thing? Do you know? Maybe we should check with the others.
I
what's
don't know,
going-
but it looks big and scary, so I'm gonna go big and scary.
Because I
Wait,
suppose
wait.
because I don't
Can I
suppose you
cast
can
message?
you can't see us from there, right? I assume.
Nope.
I'll cast message. So I'll cast message to Talari, and I'll say,
Is
"I'm
it?
sorry."
Can
it's
you
quite a lot-
reach?
I don't know. What's the range on that?
It's 120 feet.
Yeah, she's too
Out
far.
of range.
Sneak up slightly.
Too far.
By the time
Uh,
we get past these boulders, we'll have failed our stealth check.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah.
This
Got
is while we're like sneaking through the forest. I think.
Also, with that
Can-
raised bit, we can.
Yep. So that raised bit is 5 feet up.
Yeah.
Relative
can't
to the rest
see
of the
each other.
ground.
I mean, I. think- I don't know.
We're gonna have to wing it. We're gonna have to wing it.
I think
Nadia,
we'll
however,
run
is
away.
gonna be like,
We
that's a lot more. That's a lot
Look.
more demon than I think
look.
I like.
We have. Look at me, guys. We have a plan.
Yeah.
All we have to do is survive long enough to be a distraction for them
Be
to destroy the
distracted enough.
circle,
Yeah.
and then if we need to fucking book it, I know someone who knows teleportation circle, right?
Oh, I was gonna say, should we just teleport out straight away? We know the location. Tell the mages in the city we found it, but it's much more heavily defended than we expected.
No.
Krusk, we can't leave that lot rampaging around the fucking countryside looking for us.
I mean, think about it.
If we die and we don't tell this the mages there at the city where this is, then is that not a problem?
Krusk,
We can tell Arg.
we are going to do the best we can. If we think things are going incredibly south, then we get the fuck out of here and we go get help.
I'm fine with
But
that. But the
I
only
think
thing
I think
I'm
we
saying-
all agreed back in Mystery City we're the best they have.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could get Arg down here.
Well, at least let them know, because
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't let anyone else know, can we?
I agree with you, Turi.
Oh,
That I think definitely we're the ones who are like best suited to stop this right now. But I'm just saying, if we all die here, then the city's back to square one.
Send a message to Arg. Tell
Yes.
him roundabouts where we are.
I'll do it.
If
I'll
he
do it.
doesn't hear back from us in a day, then let Mr. City know.
Okay,
where the
I immediately
teleportation
start
circle
texting
is.
Arg. Like, hey Arg, it's me, Krusk.
That's hey Ark, it's me. That's 5 words.
You've only got
Oh, yeah.
20.
Okay.
You got 20. You got 20 left.
Okay, I'll say,
Um.
up to chat.
Chat. Okay.
But there are demons. How many words have I got left?
7.
Outside. That's one word. Mistra, city. Come quickly. Love
That's
them.
not what we wanted you to tell it.
Love Krusk.
I'm gonna slap him for a minute. Just stop. I'm gonna get my sending stone. I'm just gonna be like,
Sorry about Krusk. Stop.
sorry about Krusk. If you do not hear from us in 24 hours, warn Mistress City that the teleportation circle is in the forest to the southeast.
One more word left.
My name at the end.
Thanks.
Oh my god! Nadia's got a stone. Nadia's got a stone. Extra
She's
info.
not using. She's
Oh.
not
Said,
going
like,
to tell. She's not going to tell Arg what we're doing. She's going to tell Nathaniel what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, you got that,
and
yeah.
where
back
she
up,
is.
back up.
Okay, so you get Krusk, you get a response from Arg, again saying, "What on earth are you talking about?"
I love he uses off his message on that.
And then Turygurtha will get the response saying, "Oh, okay. I hope you survive the next 24 hours."
How doubtful you sound.
I'd love to be able to respond because I'd just be like, thanks.
So do
Yeah,
I.
I'm trying to text you. Trying to get it right. I hope you survive the next 24 hours. I'll speak soon.
Yeah. So Nadia, you want to speak to Nathaniel? You can just type. You could type the message if you want here rather than saying it out loud if you don't
Yeah,
want to.
because I'm really bad at counting words, so I'll type a message.
That's fine. So Thoradin and Talari, well, one of you have, or one of you party have Sending Stone. I would imagine it would have been Talari picking up the Sending Stone at the, or maybe Krusk picked up the Sending Stone from
Oh, yeah,
the
we do
Mistress
have a
City
sending stone
provided.
for Mistress City, don't we?
They provided you one specifically so that you could basically do the finding.
I've
find
got
the
a sending stone in my inventory, so it's got. I must have picked it up.
I don't think anyone put it down specifically, but I don't mind who has it.
Fine for Talari to have it, I guess. I guess it would make sense if you're the one dispelling the circle. That would be like, okay, tell them when it's done, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Something you can organise between yourselves that you could have organised between yourselves beforehand. Who had what?
Yeah.
So it's absolutely fine for who had it. So if anyone wanted to use that sending stone,
I think
now is the.
I think the problem is because it's the curse of knowing too much. Because Talari knows what she's seeing, she's a bit more frozen in horror at this point. She's not. She's just like stunned, completely stunned. She's not. She's like mouth open, nothing's coming out. Gone. She's gone pale. Like, yeah, this is like bad.
Capital B.
Yeah,
Thoradin
that's
will be
what Thoradin
comforting
seeing.
her. Thoradin will be comforting her, saying that there's always a way out of this. We don't have to fight this, but I know that we're strong enough to take down most of those enemies. We have a mission to get rid of this circle.
She
Stick to the mission.
she calms down a little bit. Well, there is one thing I could do, but it's risky. I have a spell that could, if something is not native to this plane, they could be sent back to their other plane and stay there for at least a minute or while I maintain concentration on keeping them there. But obviously, as you said, they could resist such a thing. Or if I'm attacked, they could come back. And even if I was successful, that circle they could just come back via the circle.
We'd have to break the circle before you try that.
The question is, will we survive long enough to be able to do it? That is the issue. I mean, there's no reason why I can focus on keeping them there, but also cast a spell to dispel the circle.
You're saying you can do both?
Potentially, yes. Not in the same time, like one after the other, but need to
Yeah,
give
yeah,
it
yeah.
But yes,
I think that might be all we have.
That's assuming my banishment spell works.
How many times can you cast it?
It's 4th levels, so and I've used one spell slot to do the locate, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, technically 5, but ideally 2. The advantage, however, though, if I cast it bigger, I can capture more things.
Ooh. But then you can't cast as many times.
Potentially, yes. So I could
I think that might be all we have. I think
I could get the Pip Fiend and the Nefeshni in one spell potentially.
get out the 2 biggest. We know we can fight the rest of them all at once. I don't know.
I mean, if we could at least thin the herd, might make it a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, we can't just leave these fiends here. As soon as they see us, that's it. I've got my horn. We can have backup.
It's the
That
horn.
at least gives us some time.
I would definitely keep that at the ready because I feel we're definitely going to need it. mean,
The question is, do I use it now?
I mean, one option is is to start the fight with it.
Yeah.
You
Potentially.
guys are supposed to be sneaky.
But we're okay for the moment. We follow the plan. Follow the plan. That's a
Yeah,
plan.
follow the plan. If it goes
C,
sideways,
I guess. you
yeah,
know?
I'll blow the fucking horn as hard as I can if it goes wrong.
I mean, yes. All right.
That's what we've got.
Let's give it a go. Let's hope that they prove a distraction.
Talari, if this is the way I die, please remember me for the strong, manly man I was. But yeah, I'm not.
Sure.
I'm pretty. That dude does terrify me a bit.
Yes, he is.
Do it.
Yes, he is probably the strongest thing we've ever faced.
Let's do it.
All right.
So you all basically get further into your positionings, and
Where do we get to when we fuck up?
legit. But essentially, for the purposes of this, anyway, as you literally pass the threshold of the stones on the map, at least, legit twig, like you just don't notice that there's a like a route there. Turi legit just trips. The oh shit slips out, and just crash as Turygurtha just gets big, huge crash. And essentially every single thing turns in your direction, as well as to be fair, the other two didn't do so well on their rolls either. So they also make, I mean, to be fair, relatively, it's not as much noise, but
We're probably making more noise.
you're probably making more noise, but it's enough to make this Arcanoloth take notice in this direction instead. Everything else is facing in your three's directions.
Thoradin can handle one Arcanoloth, he'll be fine.
Okay. How would you like to react to this? You've got the attention of the audience.
Hey,
Fucking amazing.
what do you call a great lesser demon? You're just a regular demon, you fucking asshole.
No, Terry.
Taunt the dangerous enemy, why not?
Boom. Let's go. I'm running in.
And let's have initiative.
Can my initiative be as bad as my stealth roll?
Man,
It
why,
can.
I kind of wish
It
these two
can.
rolls were flipped over now. That's an 18 for Talari.
I got an 8.
I also got an 8.
I've got
I'm obviously faster than you.
Yes, you are. You can go first.
Nadia.
I got 15.
Okay,
I got 22.
22.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
fun.
Can I please have you to Turygurtha and Krusk roll the
Terry,
d20?
Can you go
Um,
before me if it's about that?
Potentially other conflicts,
Okay.
things. So
Krusk and
I got,
Turi.
I got a 2.
Oh, sorry,
got
I rolled
2.
another. Did you just want a flat d20?
Yeah,
It was a 6.
6.
Ignore
Sweet.
ignore the 10. I rolled initiative.
That's fine. Any other
Chaos
conflicts?
today.
I don't think there is any other conflicts. No. Sweet. So, next time on the Ascendant Lands, how will this go down? Will Turygurtha survive the insult she slung at the Pit Fiend?
The answer is no.
And can the party survive? Who knows? Until next time on the Ascendant Lands.